As you know, the Orlando Police Department has been looking into the arrest involving Officer Livio Boccaccio and Miss Lisa Wareham since May 2011. In an effort to hold our officers accountable for their actions, we conducted a detailed criminal and internal investigation into the circumstances of this case. In this case, Officer Boccaccio's actions were excessive. In both investigations, there was no evidence to suggest Officer Boccaccio intended to cause injury. However, his actions did. On behalf of the Orlando Police Department, I'd like to apologize to Ms. Wareham for her injuries as a result of being thrown to the ground. In accordance with our labor agreement, Officer Boccaccio will receive a 40-hour suspension for this violation, which is the top end of the discipline we could consider based on similar circumstances. Again, we completed a very thorough review of the circumstances in this case, and the Orlando Police Department will always hold our officers accountable for their actions. You know, when you read the report, you create a picture in your mind, and then when you see the video, and in his investigation, he agreed that the video was an accurate depiction of what happened that night. It was a lesson learned by the Orlando Police Department. You know, obviously, if we're aware, we do have cameras downtown, and we would use those from time to time, but our primary focus was on criminal complaints. Obviously, in this situation, you can't argue with historical data on a video. It shows what it is, and so now we were requiring our supervisors and lieutenants also in uses or situations requiring use of force to review the video to make sure that the story we're putting on paper matches what we're seeing on the video. You know, in our opinion, it is a significant suspension. It's 40 hours without pay, and again, we have to consider, based on our labor agreement, we have to consider past practices and similar circumstances as best we can put things together and make our best judgment based on that. But I feel like 40 hours is a significant suspension. The union apparently also agreed, because they went through the grievance process both at my level and Chief Rooney's level, indicating they did not agree with the discipline. On the criminal side, we had to show, did he have a lawful reason to put his hands on Ms. Wareham, and he did. She kept interjecting herself. She was using racial slurs throughout the incident to the intended arrestee throughout the entire time. So he did have a reason to escort her out of there. And then we have to look at all of his actions. Were they acceptable? And in our opinion, they were not. There were other means that he probably could have used versus throwing her to the ground. We teach to at least attempt. We can't control everybody that we take to the ground, but the officers need to at least show that they've attempted to control the person's fall, and that was not evident in this case. Chief Rooney has said since day one he's taken office that training will be a focus for our agency, and honestly, the statistics don't bear out necessarily changes. I mean, we've over 400,000 contacts with citizens, over 16,000 arrests, and we've had one complaint of excessive force in 2011. I think it shows we're doing our job professionally.